that a snake? No. Oh, I have a thing about snakes now, Wesley. We're not going to go in the cemetery. I'm just going to ask if anyone wants to come out. I don't like to go in and bother anyone that's resting.
I understand.
Give me just a moment to think about stuff. Watch the clock, splinter time, wind things back, hear this rhyme, and I can watch and ear can hear. What sat cloudy now stands clear. Gathered now we part the veil. They paid the price, we made the sale. Cloaked and quiet for no more. Loosen the lock and open the door. All right, I have someone here, Wesley.
Oh. Who's there?
You're gonna take my hand. Go ahead and put your hand in mine, spirit. All right. Here we go. The spirit has lain a cold, wet, dripping hand in mine. That is your hand, isn't it, spirit? All right. You had me worried. Through the dripping of their clothing, they are drawing us to our next location.
Oh, goodness.
Can you hear me okay, Wesley?
I can.
All right. It was a beautiful, sunny day. The kind you hope for when you're going for a picnic aboard a rowboat. When suddenly, a cloud appeared. Looking up, they realized they were under a giant cloud, but not of vapor. It was a traveling bee colony. Having had a terrifying fear of bees since a childhood incident, this spirit hoped the bees would continue onward. Dropping lower and lower, it became apparent the bees were going to land as a colony in the rowboat.
Oh, goodness.
They stood up, oar in hand, in order to smack away the bees. But forgetting they were in a rowboat, they lunged. The boat shifted under their feet, and they fell hard, with their head smacking the side of the boat, just before they rolled unconscious, face down, into the water. The bees landed on the back of the floating body as it drifted and swirled through the waterways, looking like a bee-coated log as their life flowed away. Flowed, yeah, spirit. That was a great pun, real funny. What's the funny thing you say? That wasn't your hand I had the whole time? Oh, now you're joking. Yeah, you're hilarious.
Why are they messing with you?
I don't know. It happens sometimes. Sometimes they like to tell a little tale, but sometimes it has a message behind it for someone. I don't know. Have you ever been in a rowboat, perhaps? Have you purchased a rowboat recently?
No, I actually get really seasick.
Oh, that's probably all right. Do you have a fear of bees? Do you like the taste of bees?
I like the taste of their honey. It's very, very sweet.
Yeah, that's true. Did you have any questions?
I think I have a friend that bought a rowboat. Maybe it has to do with that.
It could be. This message must be for someone, but I'm not for sure who.
Yeah, it might be your friend that got a rowboat.
Maybe I'll have to talk to them. They're actually the owner of the bar you were just in.
What? What in the world? Oh, no. They're not making some sort of spirits out of honey, are they?
No. They're actually trying to track down the lady that makes the honey.
Interesting.
I thought the bees made the honey.
Huh.
It sounds like there's a lady that makes the honey, Eustace. These things happen sometimes.
The bees made it. She just harvests it.
Oh, I see.
I
I'm
thought
not
for
so good
the
with my
second I
words
thought she was going to
sometimes.
be a
No,
queen
it's
bee.
fine. Oh, the queen bee. I have another spirit here, Wesley. I have another message if you'd like to hear.
Yes, anything.
Take my hand, spirit. Ooh. All right, we'll head this direction.
Oh my goodness.
It
How many
seems
spirits are in this town?
there's a lot of spirits in that graveyard, Wesley. Only the ones that want to come out and talk for a moment are the ones that we draw with us.
Have you
never
noticed
can be sure.
Have you noticed the sign as you come into town? There's
What about it?
the founder's head is missing.
Oh. I don't think I rightly noticed that. Is there a reason for that yet?
We're not sure. We ourselves didn't make the sign, but it's there. Maybe it's a warning. It's hard to say. Ooh, if you'll pardon the pun, this spirit made a grave error. Oh yeah,
Oh.
sure. He's gonna think you're hilarious. That's exactly why he's here. Wait, I have an unexpected flavor in my mouth. Ugh. Is that dried leaves? Is it wet
Oh.
mud? Oh no, it's worse. It's
What is it?
It's mushrooms. Ugh. This spirit spent the day foraging for... What is that? Wild blackberries. Can I taste the blackberries now? Must I continue to taste the horrendous mushrooms? This spirit spent the day foraging for wild blackberries. All right, fine. I don't have to taste them. That's fine with me, but let me continue my story. As I said, this spirit spent the day foraging with her ugly friends for useless blackberries that I hope also tasted like wet mud. They came upon these mushrooms right underneath the blackberries, and they pocketed a few for a stew. They were well versed in poisonous versus non-poisonous mushrooms, and they felt that they had properly identified what type. Later here at this location, it seems that they made... What was it? What was it you made? A ruckus. Oh, more puns. Yeah, we all enjoy those.
Good lord.
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Are you okay?
Oh, this location.
You had enough?
Sometimes the spirits take over a person. Oh, no, the poor guy.
He won't be bothering you anymore, sir.
Oh no, I don't know why the spirit got a hold of him.
Like I was saying, this spirit made, what was it? A ruckus? Yeah, they're gonna enjoy all these puns. Thank you very much. They made a stew. A glorious, delicious stew. Well, that is a stretch. Delicious, you said? There's no way it had those stinking mushrooms in there. There's no way it could have been delicious. After eating the stew, they immediately fell very seriously ill, flailing and staggering through this house. They fell over the table and smashed everything to... Oh, you really did make a ruckus, I see. They tried to get to this door and called out for help, but they were not successful. As they lay there thinking how upset they were with themselves that they had somehow misidentified those mushrooms, it was then, while slowly breathing their last breath just out of reach of the door, they looked down at their wrist, and they saw something else that they recognized. A fatal, poisonous spider bite.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
oh my
right.
goodness. So it wasn't the mushrooms, it was the
It
spider?
wasn't the mushrooms at all. It was a spider. How
Oh
is...
my goodness.
You know, Wesley, I always kind of feel a little bit of spider webs on my face when I'm in this location. Do you have any that you feel like have touched your face?
I kind of felt one on the back of my neck.
Not that, no.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Oh, Wesley, no, it's fine. You just, sometimes you get overcome by all this. I know we're in close proximity to the graveyard. It gets to people sometimes.
Yeah.
Just relax for a moment. You don't have the hiccups, do you? I can try
No.
to frighten you.
I think you already did that. It's so funny. I'm might of scared right now.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. It happens sometimes.
Oh goodness. Oh. Do you ever, how often do you talk to these spirits?
Oh, pretty frequently. I don't live, very far from the graveyard. That was probably an oversight on my part. Making my home near the graveyard is probably a bad idea. They just come tapping in the night sometimes. They always want a little something. I've always seen spirits since I was a small child. Have you ever fallen asleep, Wesley, and you're really, really tired, and all of a sudden you feel your hair being twirled by a pair of fingers? Have you had that happen?
Fingers.
Have you ever woken up and your mustache was braided? Anything like that?
I do remember this one time I woke up and my hair was like parted with some pomade in it that I never had.
Did it have any kind of unusual odor to it or anything?
It kind of smelled like stale cigars.
Stale cigars. That could have been some sort of message. But this is what happened to me when I was a small child. I felt fingers twirling through my hair, and I thought my mother was there just sort of petting my head. And when I rolled over, Wesley, no one was there. But I heard a
my
voice.
Goodness.
And it said, I want you to listen to me for just a moment. And it began to tell me a tale. But that was the first of many. Since then, I have heard numerous spirits. I try not to be too friendly with them. There are others in the town who are more interested in being friendly with spirits. I'm not that interested because when you're friendly with spirits, they start to get to where they want things. I don't want them wanting things from me.
No, not at all. I think they should just stay where they are in their own realm. I don't rightly they should just be at rest, But they seem very restless.
It's usually the ones that have something they want to say. I don't know why this one keeps talking about the mushrooms, but for some reason they're very interested in that.
That's because they like their soup.
I can show you a location where I myself have seen a bit of a shadow at times.
Really? Where? Is it far from here?
No, it's not far at all. It's not nearly far enough, Wesley.
Oh, goodness.
We'll head that way. Look at that tired man. People get sleep.
It is rather hot. He must have passed out from dehydration.
Yeah, he crumpled up my hat.
I'll be thinking of you tonight, handsome. Need some help relaxing?
Sorry, this is not that type of stream.
I can't remember exactly where it was, Wesley.
Down below, isn't it?
I'm looking. No, I don't think it was in this alleyway at all. I think it was in a different location. We'll check this way. Right over there. Do you see those hot cinders?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
Sometimes if you're here in the darkness of an evening and you stand right where you're located, sometimes you'll see a shadow on that wall over there. Seems like it's being cast by a person sitting there in that stool, possibly cooking or something. I believe that this spirit was smacked in the back of the head while they were busy cooking, and their life was taken from them right here in this location.
Did they fall into the fire?
I don't know. I haven't had a lot of communication with this spirit. It wants to keep a lot of secrets, but I was able to see a bit of a shadow here. I think others probably see it too if they came at the right time of day.
Do you remember what time of day it was you saw this?
It was in the darkness of evening.
I'll have to come back here then at that
Yeah,
time.
I would come back and take a look. See if you see a shadow moving around on the back of the hearth over there.
Do you think they're friendly?
Most spirits I've encountered are friendly. They seem to just be people like you and I. They're just coming at us from a different location.
Yes, they just wanted their stories